y'all, it's Marissa with Marissa Moments, and you know what day it is. It is Oracle Tuesday. So I'm going to be using my personally made Marissa Moments Oracle deck to give you your reading. Now remember, this is the reading for the week or the month, the day, the year, however it resonates for you is how you should take it. Yes, I do believe in God. Yes, I do pray to God, ancestors, angels, and saints to give you as well as myself guidance for the upcoming week, to give us clarity, to give us wisdom, to give us direction. So take it as it resonates, like I already said, and leave the rest to the side. Now, without further ado, let's go on ahead and get into this shuffle. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I'm not even going to look at the cards first, so let's go. The world needs you. You are magic. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is what I feel is that tap into the true divine nature of you, right? So there's many of us out here that are still putting on this front, right? We're still performing for the masses and responding to the room, which is okay in certain circumstances, right? We have to use our common sense, but at the same time, not if it is at the expense of who you are innately, right? God made you the way you are for a very specific reason, which oftentimes is not even revealed to us. Oftentimes, even as we are being our true selves, we don't even realize the impact that we're having on others until that hindsight comes into play. And sometimes not even then, right? But trust and believe, what I receive is that when, that all rhymed, but when somebody encounters the true you, not only are you giving them permission to be the true them, right? It's that ripple effect, but it's also, it's giving them a certain blessing is what I hear. You are the blessing to the world. Your magic, ex facto, who you are, is your gift to the world. So let's not be stingy. Let's stop trying to hold back our truest selves for fear of rejection, when in fact, the only rejection you may potentially face are the people who shouldn't be around you anyway. So is it really a bad thing? I don't know. Just be yourself. Expose that magic. Don't quit after the first failure. Now, this has come out, I believe, last week as well. What I'm receiving is that, okay, as it relates to this reading, it's about like your personality, how you talk to people. I'm going to take this bracelet off because I don't want it to make a lot of noise on the thing. I want you to hear me. When it comes to being the authentic you, what I receive is that some people or someone in particular is what I'm hearing may think you're weird, right? They're going to think you're weird. They're going to think like your jokes aren't funny, but guess what? They're going to be wrong. They're going to be wrong. But to them, they're correct, right? To each his own. That's where that phrase comes from. At least that's where I'm saying it comes from right now. So when you're in that space and someone gives you that proverbial rejection, continue on. That's not a reason to shrink back and put that mask back on and pretend to be someone else or start emulating the people that you're surrounded by, right? No, you continue forward, continue being your truest, authentic self, and trust, because this is where faith comes into play heavily. You have to trust in God, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints. Again, it's your walk. Walk in it. I'm not here to judge, right? But I am here to guide and to remind. So when that moment happens, if that moment happens, you have to be able to override your fear with your faith and say, I am the way that I am for a reason. Now, that doesn't give you an excuse to not work on your healing, right? Because the truest you is beyond that healing. Once you move away those wounds out of the way, the things that make you angry all the time, the things that make you feel like everybody has an angle, or you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, all those things where you don't want to talk to somebody because you feel like you can't trust them. Yeah, those are your wounds, right? But once we start working on those wounds, which are ever present, right? We're always consistently working on our wounds. It's not as exhausting as it sounds, trust me. But once we get those things out of the way, that's what opens the door. That's why it's like God keeps showing me almost like your heart opening up. That's why I keep doing this motion, right? That's when we have the opportunity to truly open up and truly be ourselves. And also what Spirit just put on my mind is almost like that Superman thing, right? Because right now you might be Clark Kent. You're all closed up, buttoned up, got your glasses on and stuff. But what the world is waiting for, and what God and Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints are waiting for, is for you to finally put those wounds to the side and be who you were born to be, who you are divinely, innately, all those things, naturally, organically. How many ways can I say the same thing? All right. Organize your shite. Okay, Spirit, what? Okay, so hang on. I got to get some clarity on this one. Okay, so I was able to pick that up pretty quickly. What I received behind this is, okay, first and foremost, yeah, if you got a messy room, if you got a messy house, if you got a messy anything, which I'm sitting in a messy room right now and I have to organize it. Okay, Spirit, I hear you. It's on the to-do list. You know what I'm saying? Judge not, right? But what I'm hearing beyond just the actual physical external things is, okay, it's still a little bit of physical, right? So what I'm hearing is that some of the things, some of the costumes is what I'm hearing that we've been wearing are literally just that, like costumes, like we're trying to portray a different character than who we truly are. What I feel is that this reading is getting down to who you truly are, not who you pretend to be, not who you hype yourself up to be because, ooh, that person looks cool, I want to be like them, right? No, it's about getting back to your authentic, truest self, right? And one way to do that is to organize your shite by doing Marie Kondo style. I really do love her. I reference her quite a bit. If you don't know who she is, look her up on Netflix. Like, she does organizational stuff and I really love it. It's so cool. But anyway, with that said, the reason I referenced her is because she always says, does it spark joy? Does it spark joy? Does it feel like it resonates with who you truly are? Or does it feel like, oh, this reminds me of Sonia? If your name is Sonia, you're amazing. I'm just using it as a reference. This reminds me of Claire. This reminds me of Dan. Again, all these names, beautiful people. I don't know you, but maybe we should be friends, right? Anyway, the bottom line to this bottom line on this specific card is to organize the things that are true to who you are and start getting rid of the things that are not you, the things that you are just playing make believe and pretend and all those things. Because if it does not spark joy, then it is not you. Get rid of it. Pa fuera. And then give it to the give and receive. And we give it to somebody who it actually is for. But anyway, this isn't a commercial. Or is it? It's safe to be your true self. See, Spirit, you crazy Spirit. Okay, so Spirit is literally saying it's safe to be who you are. Maybe in the past, the people you've surrounded yourself with have made fun of you, right? They've cracked jokes on things that you were serious about. They've made you feel uncomfortable with having an organic conversation. First and foremost, those are not your people. Boop. Organize your shite could also include friends and family is what I hear, right? That doesn't mean you got to kick them to the wayside, but that also what it does mean is that you have to set those boundaries and maybe not give all of your energy, time, and attention to people, places, and things that are not sparking joy or resonating with your spirit and or where you are trying to go, right? Because in this ascension space, you cannot tether yourself to people who are heck bent on bringing you down, right? So it's safe to be your true self. Crack those jokes, have fun. Not everybody is going to dig it, right? But that's okay because that's another way of organizing. That's a weeding process. It's a way of just making sure that you are surrounded by those who want the best for you and celebrate you. And then let's see. Wait another day before making a decision is the bottom of the deck. So, okay, I feel like this is in reference to organizing your stuff. And even when it comes to like friends and family members, like as soon as you have that red flag that goes up, don't automatically be like, yo, you got to go. You got to go. I feel your energy. It is negative and it is not conducive to where I want to be. Therefore, you are X'd out for life. No, what Spirit is saying is process it. Allow yourself time to process it, because what I hear is like, if you make a knee-jerk reaction, then you're going to be contemplating it and you're going to be overthinking it. And then that's what's going to end up making you go right back to a place in space where you're not even meant to be. So that's why Spirit is saying, make sure, because what I hear is like you're an overthinker, right? So what's going to end up happening is once you get rid of like a shirt or a person, not literally, you guys, I'm talking about like you no longer associate with them, because let's remember the main rules. We cause no intentional harm to self or another. So with that said, with that disclaimer out of the way, you will overthink it. And then you're going to start reflecting on all those good times, right? You're going to start reflecting on all of that. And then you're going to reach out and then just get right back into that same hell loop of despair, discouragement, dissension, all those things. So instead of making that knee-jerk response because you're like, oh, this is the red flag Marissa was telling me about. No, don't put it on me. Use your common sense, use your healed discernment, and then give yourself some time to process it. Because when you process, then you're less likely to repeat, because you've learned the lesson, you've integrated it within your truest form, and now you know better, so you're doing better. So that's all the cards for today. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I really hope that you're getting something from this. I know I am. I hope you are too. And don't forget, subscribe. Find me all over social media. Remember, it's Marissa with one S, because there's only one me. So look me up as Marissa Moments. And yeah, that's it. So apples and tomatoes, and I will see you next week. In the meantime, feel free to comment, send me a message, all the things. I love responding when I can. And yeah, so happy healing, and I'll see you next week. Bye.